Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we're going to look at the Scandinavian Airlines Airbus A321-200. So let's look at the box. So we have the nice cutout so we can see the model inside. We have the Scandinavian logo on the front. If we turn the box around, we can see a nice picture of the plane. We see it's a limited edition. We have of course the original dimensions of the plane and some information. So let's look inside. So here we go, the Airbus A321 from Scandinavian Airlines. The Airbus A321 is in fact the longest version from the Airbus A320 family. The model we see here has the current Scandinavian Airlines livery, and if you ask me, this is actually one of the most beautiful liveries in the entire industry. Now, when this livery was launched by Scandinavian Airlines, it was absolutely amazing, but I thought, well, this orange, I don't know, in a few years I might not like it anymore, it might start looking old, but it really hasn't. At least this is my opinion. I still think this looks fantastic. Now let's take a closer look at some of the details of the model. Now if we look at the back of the plane, we have the Scandinavian Airlines branding on the tail. We have three flags, the Norwegian, the Swedish and the Danish flag, and that is of course because Scandinavian Airlines is actually owned by all three countries. And then we have the registration. And a quick word to that. Now, since Scandinavian Airlines is owned by three countries, their airplanes also use three different types of registrations. Now, for planes registered in Denmark, they use Oscar Yankee as registration code. For planes registered in Sweden, they use Sierra Echo, and for this plane, it's Lima November, which indicates it's registered in Norway. So the next time you see a Scandinavian Airlines flight at an airport, you can just look at the registration code of the plane and you already have an idea from where it's coming. Now if we move to the front of the plane, we can see there's written Scandinavian Airlines. But that's how they call themselves today, because SAS stands actually for Scandinavian Airlines System. But let us move on. Also in the front we of course have the Star Alliance logo, and then underneath the cockpit window we have the three flags again next to the Scandinavian branding, and under that, but it's extremely tiny so I just can't show you because I even with my naked eyes can't read it, but I know that's where the name of the plane is. Also on the plane we have the doors to the cargo compartments, we have the beautifully crafted wings with the registration code of the plane on the underside of the wing. Now before we wrap it up, I would like to show you the paintwork of the engines, because I think again this is actually really cool. So we have three colors. We have the metallic from the exhaust and the end of the engine, then we have the beige, and then we have the orange that I already talked about earlier in the video. But then if you look closer, we have written Scandinavian, and I mean it's tiny but it's readable. That is impressive. Now that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like or subscribe. That would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode where I'm going to look at the Brussels Airlines A319-100. Thank you and bye.